My name is Mariana. I came from Russia to Australia about 12 years ago, and I've started Ethnodelika about 7 years ago or so. And it started from 3 songs I composed with lyrics and music, because back in Russia I got used to compose music for my plays. I'm an actor and theater director as well as a musician. And when I came to Australia, I lost music for a while. So I got used to compose for documentary and stuff. And there was a moment when I said I can't live anymore without music. So I just composed 3 songs without knowing what will happen to them. And then I recorded it, and gradually other musicians joined me, and that's how it started.
Okay, so that's quite an interesting name of the band, Ethnodelika. So what's the meaning behind?
The idea was to play world music, world fusion, and this kind of style that can resonate with different people who came to Australia with different backgrounds, right? So ethna from the different ethnicity, ethna style, and delicate is kind of delicatessen, something very delicate and enjoyable, yummy.
So we've had today quite a mixture of the styles, quite a ethnic music and a rock. A little bit how you describe it?
It's really hard to say. And world music has several genres. It's like ethno fusion, ethno folk rock, and so it's the mix of all of these. So we use different motifs, different folk instruments, different folk rhythms to create our own music in our own style.
Band, you have a very interesting mixture of people, some with the huge experience, some are quite young. Is it difficult to get them all together and to play together, or it just flows well? How do you feel about that?
I believe that they enjoy what we are doing. They are having fun at rehearsals, so I think it's happening. And they actually, from my point of view, they quite enjoy each other's company. Doesn't matter what's the age. I think it's not about the age that much. It's more about, it's your people. If it's your people, it's your music. If it's your atmosphere, you'll enjoy it.
Yes. that sound to you guys?
I made myself a little louder.
Yeah, my name's John Ross, and I've been enjoying playing with this band.
Okay, John, so tell me, what instrument you're using? So what instrument you're playing?
Well, I play various wind instruments. So this is a tenor recorder. So this is basically the same instrument that hundreds of thousands of primary school children terrorise their families with every year. I just kept on doing it. And this, of course, is simple diatonic or blues harmonica. I play a bunch of instruments. I play saxophones and bagpipes, but I really like the variety of wind instruments.
So what style of music you can play with wind instruments?
Pretty well everything. I mean, I think that's what I really like about music. It's a universal language, and you can do anything you want, really. So I really like crossing styles. I mean, obviously, something like the harmonica is really good for blues, but you can do all sorts of things with it. And the same, I mean, a recorder's a maligned instrument, but it actually can be really beautiful, and it can do all sorts of things. There's a tune I really like on the harmonica. People think of it as just sort of a train noise, sort of chuggy instrument. This is one of my favourite tunes. There's actually a trick you do with that. There's a note that I can't hit on this harmonica, so I usually play it with two harmonicas, but I don't have the other harmonica here with me. That's a tune called Ashcan Farewell, and it actually, everybody thinks it's a traditional tune because it sounds like one, but it actually comes from a documentary about the American Civil War, and I think it was written for that purpose. But yeah, I think the harmonicas, again, it's an underrated instrument. It can be really soulful. I think it's pretty much the only instrument that you exhale into and inhale, and that means it's connected with your lungs, so it's connected with your emotions.
With you all of me. the clouds that drift us all away, to the moon, to the Milky Way, where my sorrows will all pass away. Broken heart will heal and then I'll be born over you. Broken heart will heal and then all my dreams will come true. Birds are flying in the sky. Birds, my sisters, take me home.
My name is Taras.
Hi, Tara. So tell me, what instrument you're playing in this band?
I am an electric harpist.
So how long you've been playing it?
I've been playing for about 8 years now.
Okay, so this is the only instrument you're playing so far?
Predominantly, I've recently purchased an instrument called a keyboard, so I'm gradually trying to transition to that, but for the time being, it's mainly the harp.
So what's your favorite style of music you would prefer to play?
Favorite style to play or favorite style to listen to? I personally am an industrial metal person, to listen to at least. To play, I'm not sure. I play a variety of different kinds of music, ranging from classical to folk, through to heavy metal as well. So
Tell me, this is quite a lyrical instrument, I would say, and like how heavy metal works with this.
I put it through a lot of distortion and a lot of different kinds of effects. As this is an electric harp, it has a pickup which converts the acoustic sound into electric sound. And I'm currently actually making a harp that's a digital harp, so I can go the next level and make it sound like a synthesizer. But that's still a few months away.
Misha or Nick.
Hi, Misha or Mick. So tell me what instruments you're playing in this band.
So in this band, I played the didgeridoos. I've got two for these sets. I play the djembe and shakers.
Yeah, that's an interesting set. So why these particular instruments? So
They're all percussion, right? Even the didgeridoo, that's a percussion instrument at the end of the day. I've always found I love percussion. I would sit down even as a kid and I'd just find a rhythm, I'd find a beat. And then I started to, when I met Mariana and Ethnodelika, I started to get a little bit into wind instruments. And then I remembered at one stage that we had Aboriginal elders come to our primary school and play the didgeridoo. And I'm like, hang on a second, that combines both percussion and wind instruments. Wonderful. And I started to play, I think about 4 or 5 years ago now. Yeah, and just been loving it.
okay, so what's your background?
Backgrounds, I'm Russian.
Cool. Can you play Russian music on didgeridoo?
Absolutely not. But I can play you something that's traditionally Aboriginal.
But you play in didgeridoo with rock style or like folk style. Like how does that work?
Quite well. It blends in because at the end of the day, again, that's a percussion instrument, right? So it provides a rhythm. It provides a little bit more, I would say, depth and a bit more of a feel to the bass line. It's not just a typical kind of hit sounds. So it provides more of like a melodic bass, and it's not as punchy.
Can you show us an example of how you can use didgeridoo in a non-traditional way?